Hello and welcome to our fourth episode of AUC Observer. I'm your host Hudan Nahlawi. Today our show will be focusing on different stories on campus. We will also interview Professor Shadi Nushukati, Director of Visual Arts Program, who will talk to us about the campaign that will take place on campus to inform students about the offering of the program, and the gallery that will take place on campus in December, which will combine arts and critical thinking. Stay tuned. The Office of Student Life organized Co-Curricular Day on 19th of October during the Assembly Hour to promote the importance of co-curricular life as part of AUC's liberal art education. Know more about it with our reporter Aya Koumi.
The Office of Student Life organized a Co-Curricular Day event, which aims to promote the importance of co-curricular life as part of AUC's liberal arts education. The Co-Curricular Day is an opportunity for all organizations to showcase the impact of co-curricular activities on AUC students.
Co-Curricular Day, it's an event that we do twice in the year, once in the spring and once in the fall. It aims at promoting the co-curricular life at AUC. We have here today around 38 student organizations and associations, clubs and associations. They are here to promote for their work and to show other students what they do, what is their mandate, and the different activities they are trying to promote for their different activities. And we have a lot of performances on stage to promote for the dance troops as well. This is mainly what's co-curricular about.
During the assembly hour, AUC dances troops, arts and culture programs performed on stage, presenting the beneficial art and development aspects of AUC students participating in co-curricular activities. Around 35 organizations have their own booths all around the plaza to promote their work.
Here is that we want to spread awareness about our identity and about the awareness that everyone, especially the youth in our society, should have. So today we are starting with Khat al-Arabi. It's a workshop that we are intending to do in future plans. So what we are doing mainly today is that we are just allow people to draw what they want in Khat al-Arabi. So they can write their names, the one they love, and so on. And that's part of our identity, and we just want people to know more about their language and so on. So we start only by the alphabet and the words and their names, so that we can spread awareness about our identity and the language, and that's it.
It's a charity club creating for أطفال الشوارع اللي على الرصيف. That's why it's named على الرصيف. بنروح visits كل أسبوع نساعد الأطفال.
The wide selection of co-curricular activities available at AUC reflects the diverse backgrounds and interests of the student body. Joining a club lets the student develop their skills and get involved in areas of community service, student government, culture, academics, or student conferences. This was Aya Koumi, AUCTV, Cairo.
Littering not only makes our streets look ugly, but it is also bad for the environment. More on this with a PSA by Munira Samr.
Oh, do you have a garbage?
It's just one piece. We can throw it out in the street.
Okay.
AUC students are welcoming the new female security on the gates. More details with our reporter Mustafa Shhaita.
The AUC Security Office hired new female employees this fall semester, increasing their overall number on the AUC task force from 2 to 7 women, all of which are taking on the same tasks as the male employees. Speaking on this matter, General Muhammad Abeid, head of the security office.
Most of the women here and female, and so either the students or staff or faculty, sometimes they feel comfortable when they deal with a female security, not with a male security. Actually, I don't see any difference because our security guards here, they are very, very well trained, and exactly how to deal with our community. How they are very strict concerning the security side. They do our job, and in the same time they meet the people with a smile, and greeting them this stuff.
During the pandemic, the AUC downscaled the number of security that they contracted, which led to a decline in the number of female staff.
بص احنا عشان المنتقبات طبعا ده سبب مهم يعني ان احنا نبقى موجودين ليهم لان احنا لازم نطلع عليهم ونشوفهم وهم داخلين يعني بنطابق الاي دي بتاعهم او البطاقه بتاعتهم لو كان فيزيتور.
A typical day on the security workforce is divided into 3 shifts. However, to accommodate the women on the force, they are allocate shifts in the morning and afternoon.
هو عادة الشفت بتاعي ما بيبقاش محدد لشيء واحد، يعني أنا ممكن أبقى واقفة الإكستريه عشان تفتيش السيدات أيا كان السيدات دولت هيبقوا الأمن بتاعنا يعني دوت بيبقى مثلا موظفة أو طالبة أو دكتورة.
يعني أنا اتعاملت مع الفيميل سيكيورتي قبل كده عشان كنت داخلة في مرة وجيت ولا يعني حسيت إن الموضوع بيطمن جدا، يعني إن أنا أبقى عارفة إن في حد حتى لو السكيورتي كويس جدا ان في حد ممكن يبقى شبهي اكتر، يبقى فاهم لو في اي مشكله حصلت يبقى فاهم المشكله ماشيه ازاي.
While hiring female security might be controversial, they have had a positive impact on the team.
هو انت عارف طبعا العنصر النسائي بيلاقي عنصر نسائي بيرتاح نفسيا في التعامل معاه، يعني حتى بيلاقي التعامل معاه بيلاقي معاه تعامل حسب العنصر النسائي، فبيميل للشخص نفسه اللي من نفس الجنس، وفي نفس الوقت تبقى حاجه كويسه ان الامن يبقى شامل عنصر نسائي وعنصر رجالي، بيبقى بيعمل عمليه تكامل في المنظومه بتاع العمل، ان ده بيساعد على حاجات كتير قوي وفي نفس الوقت كان في ايجابيات قوي ورد ايجابي من الطلبه بالذات كمان، والطلبه والعنصر النسائي من الدكاتره، لان شايفين دي حاجه ايجابيه وبتسهل عليهم في حاجات ثانيه كتير قوي.
The University Security Office is expanding its team and they are looking to hire more female security for the Tahrir and New Cairo campuses. مصطفى شحاتة, AUCTV, Cairo.
AUC bookstores is a great place to discover different books, accessories, and much more. Get to know more about it in the following report by Maged Munir.
At the very heart of AUC New Cairo campus lies a hidden gem that not many students seem to appreciate. With one of the best book collections that exist in any university, AUC Bookstores offers a wide array of books and much more to choose from. The bookstore is distinguished by its exclusive AUC Press publications that are guaranteed to make it difficult for one to decide which book to purchase. Let's start our journey by self-development. If you want to work on improving yourself, you have the self-help corner, where different books that work on unlocking your full mind potential exist. However, books of ancient Egypt occupy the lion's share in the bookstore, with one of the best ancient Egyptian book collections in any other bookstore. The collection tackles the minute details of ancient Egypt, including its kings and ancient traditions. When you finish the ancient Egyptian corner, you will find the Middle Eastern section, which is directed to the international reader to help him better understand Egypt and the Middle East. Moreover, the Middle Eastern section stresses on the Egyptian authors such as Yusuf Idris and the Nobel Prize winner Naguib Mahfouz, who has a whole stand just for his works. On the other hand, if you are a casual reader who likes a good form of escapism, then you can always rely on the fiction corner in the bookstore that is filled with all the fantasy adventures to embark on. Not to mention the delicious food books that carry different flavors from local Egyptian kitchen to Middle Eastern and international cuisines. Last but not least, the bookstore has a wonderful collection of kids' books that are guaranteed to take your child to a different realm, full of magic and bewilderment. Add to that the books that stimulate cognitive abilities for children to learn new skills. The bookstore doesn't just provide books, it has a complete section for high-quality stationery material to allow you to reach your maximum creative potential. The soft, ambient music in the background puts you in the mood to delve deeper into the bookstores and discover its wide collection of exclusive AUC merchandise. Bags, mugs, and more accessories are available for purchase. In addition to the clothes collection for AUC merchandise that is present on the second floor of the bookstore. Different models of AUC clothes exist to suit the taste and size of every member of the AUC community, to be the cherry on top of the cake for AUC bookstores. Megan Munir, AUCTV, Cairo.
The Student Union are organizing SU Tournament for a Cause to fund the Back to School campaign for the children of the AUC workers. No more with our reporter Mirna Abu Saud.
The students of the American University in Cairo are always one call away when it comes to helping others and giving back to the community. And that's why the Student Union of the AUC always makes sure to organize events that allow the students to contribute to community services. This year, the Student Social Responsibility Committee, known by SSR, organized Back to School campaign in its 4th edition, which they usually plan at the beginning of the fall semester to get school packs for the children of the AUC workers.
Our project is a student social responsibility. So basically our aim is to raise awareness about the responsibilities that we have towards our community and give back to our community. We do several events to fund our initiatives. Like the event that we did today, it was a tournament for a cause where people come and play and they can optionally donate and pay for the pack. So what is the pack? We're basically funding a back to school campaign. Back to school campaign is an initiative where we serve our valuable AUC workers with back to school packs for their children. And so people in this tournament come to play and at the same time they're making a difference and making a child happier with her own pack.
In this campaign, the committee organizes events during the semester to collect donations to fund the school packs. This year, they did a tournament for a cause in the new SU Lounge. In this event, students play a variety of games and participate in different tournaments, such as babyfoot, Jenga, billiards, ping pong, and FIFA. Then, it's up to the students if they would like to donate for the packs.
This initiative is really important as it was raising awareness about the people that need help, and it was really amazing that I could donate from where I am while also having fun and playing and like with my friends and all. Today I played babyfoot and I donated and I felt so amazing because like as I said, I was having fun while playing with my friends, yet also I'm doing an act of kindness, so that was amazing.
After the tournament, the SU collected around 55,000 Egyptian pounds, which allowed them to buy more than 400 backpacks with its supplies for the children of the workers. But in order to make the students part of this act of kindness, they called for volunteers through a certified volunteering program on social media, where students sign up to come and participate in packing the school packs that contain all the essential school supplies.
After the end of the tournament, we collected the money and we bought 400 packs. Each pack contains 1 pencil, 2 pens, 1 copybook, 1 backpack, and a pencil case. And 100 students apply to volunteer in this amazing day.
أنا عرفت عن النهارده من السوشيال ميديا وكنت حابة من أول ما دخلت الجامعة إن أنا أعمل حاجة زي دي، إن أنا أعمل حاجة للمجتمع وأشارك في حاجة زي دي. فأول ما شفت الفورم يعني أنا عملتها على طول. واللي عجبني في الاكسبيرينس النهارده ان هي الحاجات كلها الكواليتي بتاعتها حلوه وحاجات اساسيه وان احنا كده بنقدم اي حاجه للمجتمع.
Everyone participated in the event in an assembly line with a specific role, working hard to ensure that every child gets his essential school supplies.
هو كان في assembly line كبير، انا كنت اخر مرحله فيه. أنا اللي بقفل الشنطة وبتأكد إن كل حاجة موجودة فيها وبعد كده بحطها في الكرتونة عشان تتوزع بعد كده.
Indeed, everyone participated in this initiative helped in drawing a smile on the children's faces and creating unforgettable school memories. Mirna Wursaud, AUCTV.
Being Borrowed is a creative collaborative project that problematizes the Egyptian migration to the Gulf experience. Know more with our reporter Fatma Abu Omar.
Being Borrowed is a creative collaborative project about the Egyptian migration to the Gulf. It aims to problematize this experience which remains understudied and underrepresented. This art research project, collective and with multiple outputs, aims to participate in anthropological, visual, and sensory knowledge production on this temporary migration experience.
So my name is Farida Youssef. I'm the curator of the exhibition Being Borrowed, which is held at the CIC for the month of October. It all started out actually with Farah, who initiated a workshop and a series of discussions around the Egyptian migration to the Gulf and how underrepresented this topic was. And towards the end of it, the participants all had really interesting projects, and Farah called me on with the idea of curating them into an exhibition.
واحدة من الوركشوبس اللي عملناها في انثروبولوجي بالعربي هي خرجة والمفروض يعود، وده اسم البروجكت كله اللي هو عن هجرة المصريين للخليج. والمشروع كان بيحاول يتفاعل مع تجربة الهجرة دي بأشكال مختلفة نقدية وإبداعية اللي بتحاول تشتبك وتكويستشن كده وتسأل يعني وتتساءل عن واقع وزن التجربة دي علينا أو على الأسر اللي فيها حد هاجر أو هم سافروا. لأنه ده موضوع مع إنه ملايين من الناس عاشوه لكن مش ناس كتيرة بتطرح أسئلة عليه.
Being Borrowed looks at how migration to the Gulf changes the experience of time and space. 15 artists question what it was like for them to be there. For many, memory is the theme of their project, and the mixed media format adds complexity to their memories.
إحساسنا بالزمن وعلاقتنا بالزمن بترتبط جدا لأنه هي الموضوع مش إن إحنا بننقل من مكان لمكان، الفكرة إن إحنا كمان بيحصل لنا خلل كده في إحساسنا بالزمن علشان بنروح مكان مؤقت ونفضل نستنى حياة مؤجلة، فبيبقى في كده فكرة التمبرنس أو المؤقتية إن إحنا على طول في حياة مؤقتة أو في حد من أسرنا في حياة مؤقتة. كان جانب مدخل يعني أو ده الأمبريلا بتاعت إحنا إزاي تفاعلنا مع الموضوع.
The project has different lives, visual, social and textual ones. The first is the exhibition which features mixed media artworks that engage creatively with different aspects of this experience. The second is a dynamic program of events that opens the door for larger discussions with the public. Finally, the third is a collaborative publication whose intellectual and creative content contributes to the literature of the Egyptian migration to the Gulf.
We have two sets of video arts. The first one, we placed it at the entrance. It has 7 different artists, so 7 different projects actually, and they all try to problematize the Egyptian migration to the Gulf, but not by encouraging us to see the problems in it, but rather they're using editing as a technique and as a tool to try to defamiliarize our expectations of the Gulf. And we decided to display it on an old TV set so that people can sort of get tricked. They see something that they're familiar with, but then once they actually start watching the films, they notice that because of the editing, none of what they see is what they know. And that begins, for the visitors, it begins to probe them into a mentality of problematization and not normalization of the Gulf experience.
In all its different lives, the project explores various themes: social class, temporarily, family, dynamics, memories, home, death, and belonging. In Being Borrowed, the audience is also there temporarily. This was Fatma Abu Omar, AUCTV, Cairo.
The Department of the Arts is now offering a visual arts minor. It is open to all students. The program will touch on art foundations to create works of art with a variety of tools. Learn more about it with our reporter, Huda Nahlawi. The Department of the Arts is now offering a visual arts minor. The program will touch on art foundations, painting, ceramics, photography, and animation, allowing students to create works of art with a variety of tools.
So students learn about many different disciplines, many different professions, including traditional art like painting, drawing, sculpture, ceramics, all those different traditional medium art, and also new media art like installation, digital art and electronics, animation, sound art, video art. And they end their program or the curriculum by 5 different senior courses, and we call them advanced studio practice.
The visual arts provides students with an opportunity to develop their independent vision and creative practice as artists in an educational environment emphasizing conceptual research and expression across media.
The more acute the angle is, the lower I go, the more obtuse the angle is. This is a big trick of the eye.
I believe all students, any students who feel like they need to know more about art, or what I believe, students who have, who have passion towards learning and creativity. So let's call it this way or phrase it that in that context. Creativity is everything about visual art. So students, any student studying any profession in university, and we encourage students who work with sciences, like scientist students, or philosophy, or architecture, or physics, chemistry. All students who have a passion to improve their skills, their scientific skills, or scientific understanding, or scientific research skills, to form it into a creative art.
I took this class because it gives me the space to be creative and explore different techniques and materials.
Those minoring in visual arts can pursue careers as painters, sculptors, or illustrators, as well as work in art galleries and cultural institutions. Huda Nahlawi, AUCTV, Cairo. Hello and welcome to the second part of the show. Today we'll interview Professor Shadi Nushukati, Director of Visual Arts in AUC. Hello, Professor Shadi.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
We will begin our first question with how the major and the minor are linked to critical thinking.
Just to start with, visual art program at the AUC have a lot of different phases in history, and we started a new curriculum or new program in 2013 that actually have completely different kind of education experiences that was installed before. In 2013, we started this curriculum that mainly it's focused on the concept of liberal art education, which is the AUC concept of education. And that mainly is just to simplify the idea. Before, art were used to be for all, you know, before for AUCian and for, so even for professor, they believe that art is something, or it's a kind of practice that students should practice just aside to their scientific, knowledgeable kind of education. And it was just a parallel program to their study that they can come to have minor or major, or sometimes double major. But we decided to completely change this map and to relocate the visual art program to be in the center of university as an experience, education experience, that's based on the nature of the curriculum and the nature of the education experience that the art program produce or try to achieve with students. It's simply using the idea of liberal art education, or what we call it multidisciplinary experience. Students mainly use the skills of research, skills of philosophical thinking and critical thinking. And when we mention critical thinking, it means that students need to be, or need to learn about intellectuality, need to learn about the importance of being a thinker in practicing art. And this is not really a very, you know, a very usual idea about art. Art used to be about fun, used to be about self-expression, used to be about learning skills and applying those skills in a form of statics. But what we're trying to achieve here is completely different level of education, that students are invited from different disciplines, from physics, from biology, from of course philosophy and history, and all different majors that, or departments that the students actually interested to study as a really deep scientific kind of knowledge, and they're invited to art department or visual art program specifically to use those knowledges to actually become a scientist who produce art. You know what I mean? Or learning about creativity in science, learning about creativity in literature, creativity in philosophy. And philosophy is about creativity actually, because it is art by itself. So what we're trying to achieve in the program, which is for some professionals, they believe that what we are producing could be more suitable for postgraduate programs. But I believe, and all my colleagues who started this program believe, that it could be done, it could be achieved, this goal.
How could visual arts lead to fulfilling life and career opportunities?
All right, if we talk about success in any career, we have to be very clear about how we achieve this success. And we talk about success of being very special person, very creative person, a person who come with different ideas, a person who always leading, and when it come to even achieving these ideas with passion. This is all art. And I mean, if you're working in any kind of discipline, if you're doing any kind of profession, you need this skill. You need to learn about being different, being creative, being a special person who always come with different ideas that no one else can come. And this is through education. Yes, there is talented leaders, talented artists, talented philosophers, talented scientists who they are born with this talent, being creative in their career. But actually that program try to give it or try to teach it in a curriculum. And this is also extremely, I find it impossible to teach those who have no clue about intellectuality, about the idea of being creative, and be able to do it through a kind of methodology, a kind of practices. And it is quite hard for professors, also for students. But in history, in the last 7 years, we succeeded. I mean, like there is a group, not less number, there's a big number of graduates who really achieved this goal, being leading artists and leading artists and researcher and academics in international level. And this is, for me and for all of us, it is a great achievement.
What are the courses required to declare the new minor?
We started the minor the minor started just this semester, and after a very long time to proceeding in bringing it to life. And the student need to learn mainly 6 courses. 3 of them are theory courses, and the other 3 are practice courses. So it's balanced kind of program that give students who have other majors an idea, a good idea. It's not, of course, the whole experience, but I think it's a good idea to put them on the very first step to maybe have a good idea about what is visual art is about. Then maybe it's turned to a major in the future, so they can come with double major in the end.
Could you please tell us more about the campaign that you are planning to do on campus in the plaza to inform students about the new minor and the major of visual arts in AUC?
Yeah, we're planning a very big campaign to advertise about the minor and of course also about the major, because I have to say we are doing all what we can. We are not that good in publicity until now, but we publish a lot of books. We publish a lot of publication for our senior projects and our even theory classes in small magazines that is published around the AUC community and a small and fine number of institutions around Cairo and Egypt. But yeah, we decide to make this, to build up or design this campaign in next spring, to of course allow everyone here in the community to learn about this new minor, which we believe it's very, very important to everyone. Not only those who are interested to be as artists, or I believe it is so important to any profession in university that, and I think we are trying to invite and those students who are having passion towards learning, creativity, and passion towards being creative person and independent, different person in future.
Could you please tell us more about the exhibition that will take place on campus in December?
The exhibition called Mapping Time, and it is a huge archival exhibition for a project that I'm teaching in the last 10 years. Since 2012 and 2022, and I used to teach this project part of different courses in history, but recently it taught through an important advanced course called Advanced Studio 2. Advanced Studio 2 course is taught in the spring, and mainly the exhibition will take place on TCC in Tahrir Cultural Center in the 2nd of December. As I said, it's a very big exhibition, trying to put together more than maybe 200 final projects that mainly about mapping the idea of time, and the time here become a question: what is time, and is it that it how can we map the time? Mapping time mean researching time, mean analyzing time, and it's questioning the different states of time, state of memory, state of present, state of fantasy and future, and how we try to remap who we are through those different questions about time. So the project is map, original cartography map. The students learn how to build all those maps in 5 weeks process of a project. So I consider this project is one of the most important projects that I taught in the last 10 years, and it's really succeeded very, very, very much. And this exhibition, it really I work on it for a very long time, and I believe it will be really a very good education experience for everyone who also need to learn about what we're doing in visual art.
Is it open to public or for AUC community only?
Yes, it's public exhibition. It's taking place in 5 different galleries in the Tahrir Cultural Center. The exhibition is curated as we call archival exhibition, like it is using the artwork as a document form, different than like art form. And it is different when you install exhibition using different concept about, so it's an archival exhibition that presents an idea more than presenting a student's projects. And I think this is what make it a little bit different, in the way it's curated and installed.
Thank you, Professor Shadi. This was your host, Huda Nahlawi, interviewing Professor Shadi, Director of Visual Arts. Thank you, our audience. Stay tuned to the next show of AUC Observer.